Gentlemen, let me ask you something sincerely. Do you honestly think that at your age, women are only interested in men with huge bank accounts, expensive cars, or a full head of dark hair? If that is your belief, let me stop you right there. That idea is simply false. It is a myth society has pushed onto men for decades. The reality is there is something much more powerful than money or physical appearance. Most men over 60 already have it, yet very few truly understand how to use it. And once you learn how to unlock it, women, even younger women, naturally begin to feel attracted to you. And no, it does not involve cosmetic surgery, luxury vehicles, or miracle supplements. In fact, it only requires 12 minutes a day. Stay with me because I'm about to share a simple practice that can completely change the way women perceive you. While other men your age are busy competing in battles they cannot win, you will discover how to create genuine attraction without trying to impress anyone. Before we continue, do me a quick favor. If you are ready to rebuild your confidence and attract women without gimmicks or tricks, hit the like button and leave a comment sharing where you are watching from. I always enjoy seeing viewers from all around the world, and make sure to subscribe because every week I share science-based insights about attraction, vitality, and maintaining confidence and energy after 60. Topics most doctors never talk about. Now, let us clear up one very common myth. Society often tells men that once they reach 60, they become invisible to women unless they own a Ferrari, a yacht, or happen to be some retired movie star. But that belief is completely wrong. I have worked with men in their 60s and 70s who consistently attract women 20 or even 30 years younger, not because of money or cosmetic procedures, but because they understand psychological attraction. You see, women are not lacking attention from young, attractive men. What many of them truly crave is maturity. They are often tired of men who are insecure, needy, or constantly trying to prove themselves. Ironically, the advantage is already yours. You were simply never taught how to use it. For those who are new here, my name is Dr. Jocelyn Carter. For the past 5 years, I have specialized in men's health and relationships, helping men regain their vitality and rediscover confidence in the dating world. And here is the bold truth. Men over 60 carry a powerful and often overlooked advantage when it comes to attraction. Younger men simply cannot compete with it. Why? Because many of them are still trying to establish themselves, still chasing validation and approval. But you have already lived, learned, built, and endured. That experience is your strength. It is the difference between a restless boy and a grounded, wise man. So, what is the secret that changes everything? It is something called outcome independence. Once you master it, your energy shifts in a way women find deeply attractive. Outcome independence is the ability to be completely okay, regardless of the outcome of any interaction. It is the state of being where you are not attached to whether a woman likes you, approves of you, or responds to you. You are simply present, grounded, and content in yourself. And that state of being is magnetic because it signals that you are complete. You are not looking for someone to fill a void. You are already whole, and you are simply sharing your wholeness with another person. This is the essence of Stoic philosophy. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Outcome independence is the practical application of this wisdom. It is the ability to remain steady regardless of external circumstances. When you have this, you stop needing women to validate you. And when you stop needing that validation, you become infinitely more attractive. Let us first look at the 3 biggest mistakes many men over 60 make and the habits that should replace them. The first mistake is chasing instead of attracting. Many men still behave as though they are back in high school, trying to impress women, prove their desirability, or even use money to gain attention. Unfortunately, this approach usually backfires. Women can sense desperation the same way sharks sense blood in the water. Emotionally, it feels needy and immediately weakens your presence. Practically, it drains your time, energy, and money. The solution is to build outcome independence. Instead of chasing attention, learn to project calm satisfaction with your life. When you radiate genuine contentment, a subtle but powerful shift happens. Women naturally begin to feel drawn toward you. They sense that you are not trying to get something from them, and that lack of pressure is incredibly refreshing. Think about it. When was the last time you felt drawn to someone who was desperately trying to impress you? It feels suffocating. But when someone is simply present, relaxed, and enjoying themselves, you naturally want to be around them. The second mistake is attaching your self-worth to a woman's approval. The moment a man starts wondering, "Am I still attractive? Do I still have it?" he unintentionally gives away his power. Biologically, the need for validation increases stress hormones, making you appear tense instead of relaxed. Emotionally, it destroys natural magnetism because you are performing rather than being authentic. The healthier approach is to separate your self-worth from someone else's reaction. Appreciate your life experience, your independence, and the wisdom you have gained. When a man carries that kind of inner confidence, women notice it immediately. They see a man who does not need them, but genuinely chooses them. And that is incredibly attractive. A woman wants to be chosen, not needed. Being needed feels like a burden. Being chosen feels like a gift. When you are outcome independent, you are choosing her from a place of abundance, not from a place of scarcity. And that makes all the difference. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This applies powerfully to how you handle a woman's attention or lack thereof. Your reaction to her signals, not the signals themselves, determines whether you maintain your power. The third mistake is competing where you cannot win. Many men in their 60s try to compete with younger men by chasing youth, dyeing their hair, buying flashy accessories, or attempting to recreate the lifestyle of a 35-year-old. But the truth is, you are not 35 anymore, and that is actually your advantage. Women are not biologically wired to seek boyish energy forever. What they often desire is stability, emotional strength, and groundedness. A woman in her 40s or 50s has already been through the roller coaster of life. She has experienced the highs and lows of relationships, career, and family. She is not looking for another ride. She is looking for a steady hand on the wheel. And that is exactly what you offer. When you stop competing with younger men and start embracing your age, you become more attractive, not less. Not because you are trying to be something you are not, but because you are comfortable in your own skin. And that comfort is magnetic. Now, here is the 12-minute daily practice that can change everything. It is called the presence practice. For 12 minutes each day, you sit in silence, focus on your breath, and simply observe your thoughts without judgment. You are training your mind to be present, to be still, to be content in the moment. This practice reduces stress hormones, increases your sense of calm, and helps you cultivate that outcome independence we discussed. It also makes you more present in your interactions with women. Instead of being distracted or anxious, you are fully there, listening, observing, and connecting. And that presence is what women are truly attracted to. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future." When you practice presence, you are learning to enjoy the present moment without worrying about whether she likes you, whether the date is going well, or whether you will see her again. You are simply there, fully alive, fully yourself. And that is the most attractive thing you can be. So, start today. Set aside 12 minutes, sit quietly, and just breathe. Over time, you will notice a shift in how you feel, how you carry yourself, and how women respond to you. It does not require money, surgery, or gimmicks. It just requires commitment. And if you are willing to make that commitment, you will unlock the attraction that has been waiting for you all along. But let me be clear about something. This practice is not a magic pill. It is not something you do once and then forget about. It is a daily discipline, a way of life. The men who see the most dramatic changes are the ones who commit to this practice day after day, week after week, month after month. They are the ones who transform their inner world, and in doing so, transform their outer world. They attract women not because they are looking for women, but because they have become the kind of man women naturally gravitate toward. I want to share a story with you. A man named Richard came to me a few years ago. He was 63, divorced, and had not dated in over 15 years. He was convinced that his age made him invisible. He told me, "Dr. Carter, women my age are looking for younger men, and younger women are looking for rich men. I have nothing to offer. I asked him what he had to offer besides money and youth. He paused. He had never really thought about it. Over the next few weeks, we worked together to uncover his strengths. He was kind. He was a great listener. He had a wonderful sense of humor. He had traveled the world and had fascinating stories. He was emotionally stable. He had a calm, grounding presence. All of these qualities were already inside him. He just had not learned to recognize them or express them. Once he started the presence practice and began to see himself differently, everything changed. He stopped trying to impress women and started simply being himself. Within 6 months, he was dating a wonderful woman who told him, "I have never met anyone like you. You make me feel so safe and so seen." Richard had not changed his appearance, his bank account, or his age. He had simply changed his relationship with himself. This is the power of outcome independence. It is not about being cold or distant. It is about being so grounded in yourself that you do not need anyone else to complete you. And when you are complete, you attract others who are also complete. You attract relationships that are based on choice, not need. You attract women who want to be with you, not women who need to be with you. And that is the foundation of genuine, lasting attraction. The ancient Stoics understood this deeply. They knew that the path to freedom was not in getting what you want, but in not needing what you want. They knew that the only true power was the power over your own mind. And they knew that when you master your mind, you master your life. So, let me ask you something. What would change in your life if you stopped worrying about whether women find you attractive? What would change if you stopped trying to impress and started simply being present? What would change if you let go of the need for approval and embraced the freedom of outcome independence? The answer is everything. Everything would change. Because when you let go of the need for approval, you become free. Free to be yourself. Free to connect genuinely. Free to attract the women who are truly right for you. And that is what this is all about. It is not about tricks or games. It is about becoming the kind of man who naturally attracts women by being himself. It is about reclaiming your power and stepping into your confidence. It is about realizing that your age is not a weakness. It is your greatest advantage. You have already lived through so much. You have faced challenges, overcome obstacles, and learned lessons that younger men can only dream of. You have wisdom, patience, and perspective. You have a depth that comes from experience. And that depth is what women are truly drawn to. Not your car, not your money, not your hair color. Your depth, your wisdom, your presence. So, stop competing. Stop chasing. Stop trying to be someone you are not. Instead, embrace who you are. Cultivate your presence. Practice outcome independence. And watch how everything changes. The women who are right for you will be drawn to you. And the ones who are not right for you will fade away. And you will be okay with that because your value does not depend on them. It depends on you. And you are enough. You always have been. You just needed to remember it. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus wrote, "No great thing is created suddenly." This applies to the process of becoming the man who naturally attracts women. It does not happen overnight. It happens through consistent practice, through showing up for yourself day after day, through choosing presence over performance. And each day you practice, you build the evidence that you are the kind of man who does not need validation. And that evidence accumulates until it becomes who you are. Before I wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought. The philosopher Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Do not waste your time chasing approval, competing with younger men, or trying to be someone you are not. Use your time to build yourself, to cultivate your presence, to become the kind of man who attracts women naturally. Because you have already lived a rich life. You have already accumulated wisdom and experience. Now is the time to share that with the right woman. Not by chasing, but by being. Not by performing, but by being present. Not by needing, but by choosing. That is the secret. That is the power. And it is yours for the taking. So, start today. Sit in silence for 12 minutes. Breathe. Observe. Become present. And watch how everything changes. The women who are right for you will be drawn to you. Not because you chased them, but because you became the man they were looking for. And that man is already inside you. You just need to let him out. If you found value in this message, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a fellow man over 60 who needs to hear this. And remember, your age is not a weakness. It is your greatest advantage. Embrace it, own it, and watch how it transforms your life. Thank you for watching. Stay grounded, stay present, and I will see you in the next video.